Oh, I have been talking and my microphone is muted. Sorry, guys. Okay, very good morning to you. I'll start once again. This is a trading cage, and this is where we're going to bit the gold once again. Yesterday here on the daily chart, we had a um, candle 88 did not break through the 50%, which tells me it didn't confirm pullback yesterday. But candle 89 opened up testing down, opened up above 50%, and has managed to maintain itself above 50%, which could be confirming a pullback to the highs today. Okay. Not at the moment yet. We've got to wait for the candle 89 to finish. But if it manages to stay above the wick of candle 88, that will be a very good sign that we'll be seeing this price back up here. The only relevant stopping point that we have at the moment here on the daily chart is candle 73. Okay. So we are about 4,000 points away from candle 73, which is a good score for us if we can get into that trade. Let's see what's going to be happening on the lower time frames. All right, so at the moment, price is supposedly coming back up to these highs. It hasn't confirmed pullback yet, but let's see what's going to happen throughout the day today. Okay. Let's go over to our 1 hour. Good morning, guys. Let's go over to our 1 hour chart. On our 1 hour chart, we can see um, we have a bit of a trend line here. From yesterday, but then price is well above that trend line. I'm gonna delete this one. I'm gonna delete that. So this is where we wanted price to come to test. It did not manage to get in there. This was the region where I was anticipating that price should come to test the structure. Candle 61 pretty much touched the wick of candle 109, and then that was it. So we have generated here support above this region. So now pretty much all we gotta do is wait for a good confluence to continue on its way up. All right. Why ain't my chart moving? Oh, okay. So candle 84 here is trying to come back down below the trigger candle 81. What we have here is we have support in this region here, which is the region of 50% of the day. Okay. So we have this support here. We can still see price coming down there. Since it can't break through the highs at the moment, it's going to have to come down, grab a bit of liquidity, either on the 5 minutes or the 15 minutes before it can continue on its way up. Okay. So we might see this price coming down around the 50% of the day to grab the liquidity below candle 81 or candle 83 once again before it actually continues on its way up. What else have we got? Let me delete these arrow here. This is the liquidity. It already grabbed that one. Next one we have is above this structure here, which is pretty much around that trigger candle on the 1 hour. So this is the next available liquidity. As anticipated, price trying to come down to grab the liquidity below.
Here at D1 hour, this is pretty much what we have. We've got our Fibonacci price has broken through that 50%, stayed above it. For the moment, we do have support over here as well. I'm just going to put a line here. Just for us to keep an eye out for it. This is a region of support to the left. So if we see price breaking through that, we'll see price down here. Cool. No, short up over. Okay, now that's cool. All right. So this is how we are mapping the price at the moment on the 15 minutes. So we got support here, support there, trend line before. Okay. So here on the 15 minutes, we can see pretty much price was consolidated here after grabbing that liquidity to the left. Price came down, had a three candle pattern here, but didn't manage to continue its movement up. So it stopped at these trigger candles. Then price tried to make its way back up to the highs once again, but then was pushed down by sellers. Funny thing here is that on candle 57, it did break through the trigger candle 41, but still didn't manage to continue on its way up. So once price can't continue on its way up, it's going to have to come down to grab liquidity. The liquidity below candle 831 here on the 1 minute, it's just not enough for it. So I would be expecting this price to come down a bit more and grab this liquidity below if it wants to continue on its way up, okay? Unless it really rejects this region here, which is the top of 46, 48, and 52, which is a region also of support, and then price finds support and try to go back up. But if price is moved by liquidity and candle 35 grabbed that liquidity and then price was pushed back inside the structure, this means that this hasn't been enough liquidity for the price to continue on its way, which means price will have to come down and grab liquidity from the regions below. Okay, 5 minutes here. Oh, Nelson, good morning, buddy. How are you? So on our 5 minutes, the reading is pretty much the same. Okay, so we had price grabbing liquidity above, then price jumps back in inside the structure, tries to continue on its way up, but doesn't is not able to break through these highs here, which means it's going to have to come down to grab liquidity, or it will need to generate liquidity below here and up here so it can come back, grab that liquidity, and then continue on its way up. If price comes back inside of these 50% of the day, then I would be looking at shorting options, okay? So I want to be shorting the market if the market actually comes below here. We could do a very small scalp if it does tell us so, that price will continue to come down. As we can see here on the 1 minute, we have price correcting itself on the region of 50%, but it hasn't really gotten into that region just yet. But if it does get to the 50% and then shows us that it might come down and confirms pullback, we might be looking at a shorting option until this black line here, which is our support to the left.
All right. So this is pretty much what gold has shown us for now. We've got to wait for it to give us a better opportunity. All right. There's no point of jumping in to a position right now because at the moment, as I said, there was no liquidity grab in here to tell me that a price that tried to go up once, twice, three times, and didn't manage to break through is just going to go up right now without grabbing any liquidity, okay? So I do not believe in a movement like that without a proper liquidity grab. It's just not reasonable. But it may do so, but I'm not getting to that trade without a confirmation, okay? Because what happens right now, okay, so we get big push from buyers, and then it can't break through again. It will have to come back down, and you have to come back down below to grab the liquidity below here. Oh, Tiago, but what if it does break through? If it does break through these highs, I'll be waiting for a test on this region to test the support, and then I can continue um, with the trade together in the market. We have a lot of liquidity up here, but once the movement gets a bit stuck in there, um, it tells me that we don't have a lot of force from the buyers at the moment. And I don't want to be getting into a trade where the buyers are not strong enough to continue its movement, okay? Any questions? Do you guys have got any questions? If you do, fire away. So we got candle 175 trying to break through that high once again, trying to break through that trigger candle 122. Right, I'm still waiting for candle 175 to decide what it's going to do. Okay, while it's doing that, I'm just organizing my other platforms here that I want to be trading on today. All right. So we got candle 175. Trying to break through trigger candle 122. We had a very strong movement up from the buyers, but it got up there and got a little bit stuck. Okay,
Candle 175 did breakthrough trigger candle 122, but I'm not ready to be buying at this structure. So I'm leaving it for the moment. Let's see what's going to happen. Candle 176 testing down at the moment. Candle 875 did close above the structure before, so above the structure of candle 857, but it did not break through any of the other candles. I'm still skeptic about uh, what has been happening here. Okay, this price still needs to do a liquidity grab. I don't believe that's enough liquidity that candle 174 grab below candle 167 to be able to continue this movement up, okay? I can be wrong, of course, but I'm not getting into a trade that I don't fully believe on. Candle 176 coming back to test the support of these candles 168, 170, 169, 170, 171, and 172. Price coming back up, confirming pullback to the highs. Let's see if it's going to be able to continue its movement up. Getting a bit of pressure from sellers at the moment. Price still hasn't been able to break through. Now, if it doesn't break through, what we'll be looking at is we'll be looking at this price having to come down below, okay? So this price will have to come at least around this region here of the 4728. So we might be able to short this position here with a very small stop with a target below this region, because right now what it did was it generated liquidity here. Okay, so let's see if candle 177 will test up. The stop here will be pretty much, well, 400 points. 400 points. Come on, test up, mate. Just test a little bit more. Just give me a bit more. I'm gonna short this here. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna short it here simply because candle 175 did not break through the highs of the structure. Not only that, candle 176 didn't do it either. Candle 177 is trying to come back up right now. So no one has broken through the structure. And here in the 1 minute, we are not seeing candles break through. We did see 878 breaking through 877, but that was pretty much it. So let's see if this will continue to go up or if it's going to have to come down and grab that liquidity. Now, don't try to extend this trade in case it goes right, okay? In case it comes and grabs our entry point. Don't try to extend it too much. Okay, we are going as far as this, and that's pretty much it. All right. If candle 177 does break through and come back and breaks through these high, then I'm not going to be shorting anymore. I will leave it alone. Candle 175 trying to continue on its way up. All right, candle 177 is breaking through right now. Still got 10 seconds to go. So I'm going to take my selling order out. I'm not going to buy. Okay. We are at the high part of the structure. Let price break through first and then show us its clear intentions.
On the 15 minutes, we have the market. Let me show you guys here. We have the market closing above these candles to the left, but it did not um, renew the maximum high of candle 41. We just do a quick look at one thing here. So in the clicking sounds, what clicking sounds? And then mm, there are some other things that we can do while gold doesn't give us a clear opportunity, my friend. And that's what we are doing at the moment. Man, if this price managed to renew and comes back inside the structure, we'll be looking at a very good liquidity grab below. But we can't do anything until it actually does that. So, as I always say, patience pays the trader, okay? So there's no point of you trying to rush through um, trades just because you want to get into a trade. Just wait a little bit, wait until he actually shows you what it's going to do, and then you get into a good option of trade. Buying up here was not a good option, okay? Simply because we had a stop here that was too great. We're talking about 1500 points for a target of 500. So that's not good enough. But the odds of selling was really good because we had 400 points of stop to a 1300 point of target. Okay. As I said before, we are in a uptrend. So the market's on an uptrend, but it has tried to break through these highs 4 times before. Okay. If you include maximum high of candle 172 and didn't manage to. So it had to go grab liquidity. It hasn't done it, okay? It didn't grab enough liquidity here because the liquidity is below. So it is still managing to push the price up, but not as much as I would um, wait for it to grab liquidity, okay?
There we go, candle 178. Didn't manage to break through just yet. Candle 179 is coming down. Don't come down all at once. Wait for us. Test up. Test up. 891. If 891 tests up here, I'm going to be shorting this position. We have a very small stop at the moment. In here. So let's see what's going to happen. We got dollar against Brazilian real coming down quite a bit. While that's doing that, eBulb is trying to manipulate. Isn't that funny? Let's see if the gold will actually come back. All right. Gold still rounding up the top here. All right. So we are now on the trade. Candle 179 did close below candle 178. So I'm going to put my stop just above this region here. Okay. Let's see if this price will come down. At least around, it should correct around 500 points. Let me have a look. Well, we were patient while we were waiting for a trade to appear. So let's be patient for it to pay us as well. Price can correct it only until 50% and then go back, but I'm willing to wait. All right, so 10 o'clock, guys. It's time for me to go. What I'm gonna leave for you guys is the analysis. If price comes up, it comes down here to this 50% and rejects this 50%, we may be seeing this price up here, okay? So we might be able to buy with a shorter stop in here if it confirms pullback. Now, if this price actually does what I'm anticipating, it should come here, then break through this 50 and come below to grab this liquidity. After it grabs this liquidity and possibly this one around here or here, it can also make a pullback and come back up. Okay, so that may do that. So just be careful at this price. I'm not seeing this price coming back, come back below this 50%, but it does need to grab a bit of liquidity to continue on its way. Okay, so thank you very much. Today, this is all the analysis we have for today. This is the trading cage where we beat the gold. Thank you, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for some more trading cage. See you tomorrow. God bless you.